Hello, good morning. Um, Welcome you again to Newspaper Review on ACJ Online TV. My name is Adriel Lucky, and here with me in the studio is Mr. Patrick Ido.
Good morning, viewers.
Good morning. So, we're bringing to you the headlines for today. We are going to be reviewing three headlines, and the first is from the New Telegraph newspaper. Tinubu to Nigerians, endure. I'm in no hurry to fix the nation. Hmm, nice. Then the second one is from the Nation. Tinubu to governors, be ready. Let's fix economy together. From the Punch newspaper, we have military orders generals to retire, gives Monday deadline. So these are very interesting headlines that we would want to discuss and analyze and review today. And doing that with me is Mr. Patrick, like I earlier introduced. So we're going to start with Tinubu to Nigerians, endure. I'm in no hurry to fix the nation. Um, I think that this is really. I mean most people will not sit well with this statement. Endure. I'm in no hurry to fix the nation. Seeing what the country is going through at this point, the hardship is not easy. The economy is crashing. Everything is not going as we all thought it would go. Fuel is on the high rise, our naira is crashing, everything is going down. So with this word, with what the president actually said yesterday, being Thursday, when he visited one of the KBACs in one of the Yoruba states, he made that statement that he's not in a hurry to fix the nation. So Mr. Patrick, what do you think about this today?
Yeah, is it for me? I think it's just a word of assurance that Nigeria should not panic. That the president was just saying that he's in charge, he knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
He made a statement yesterday when he visited the Alake of Egbaland in Ogun State.
Yes.
For me, I think it's just like I said earlier, it's just a word of assurance. The president said he's not in a hurry to fix the country, and we should also realize that this thing takes time for things to to get into a proper shape. It will take time. It's not going to be a quick fix something. And maybe the president was saying that this thing take a longer process to, as in for things to be in a proper way, as in we should not follow the direction of a quick fix, as in quick fix approach that will not be sustainable on a long run. Instead, we're looking at a long-term solution that will bring out the best. I agree with him, but aside that, also we also need to because Nigeria, like you rightly said, Nigerians are going through a lot, as in a lot of
Yes.
things is not going to the way we hope it will go. But in all this, we want to say I want to see as in I want to see the president bring, as in maybe because the cabinet has not been formed also, maybe that's what is delaying some of the things that we are hoping for. Because I was thinking by now, as regard the fuel increment, as in the hike in fuel prices, I think by now we'll have had something of a palliatives, as in something that people can really
Fall back on.
as in terms of palliatives, as in I don't know what is delaying that, because I was thinking, because people need to move from one place to other. I think the public buses, all those big, as in the
BRT
B-
boxes in Lagos,
in Lagos,
and other buses.
in other buses, the coasters, maybe they should, in the major city across the federation, maybe they should be able to provide those ones
And
that will
not
convey
just in the
people from.
major city, even in the villages, they need it more.
Yes,
They need it more.
let's just say across the country, they should be able to procure them, so that it can move people from one place to other, because
Another.
people are really going through a lot in terms of
Yes.
transport fares. It's not easy. You look at the recently concluded Salah. When you look around the city, it's as if you ask people, why are you not traveling? They will tell you that
There's no
the
money.
transportation is
It's
on the
hard.
higher side. They cannot go. So
Yes.
people need to move, and transportation is very, very essential, because it's
You
they
move
to
from
move
one
from one
place to
place to
another.
another, and
That's how some people get their daily bread
yes,
by
and
moving.
yes, the president needs to sit up and do something at that regard. I quite agree with him that it is like I usually said, this fuel increment is a bitter pill that we have to swallow. But in swallowing also, we also need some sweet some sweet peas, so that things will go hand in hand. He should take his time. I will urge the president to take his time. He should do what is necessary, what he knew that is going to benefit the nation in a long run. As he always said, let the poor breathe. So
Don't
he should,
suffocate
don't
them.
suffocate the poor. So he should do something in that regard. Definitely the pressure that come with governing a nation like Nigeria is not easy. We need a president that that knows what
he's doing,
that
has plans,
that has
actually.
plans. Actually,
And can execute
it.
his
So
plans.
the president should not be put under under enormous pressure. I don't even think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a president that you are going to bully to take a decision. The president will not. He should take most Nigeria just want to see, as in that respite, as in, like I said, the palliatives coming in, so that even like I was reading a news earlier that government has been able to save so amount on subsidy for just a month. Those money should be diverted into another sectors of the economy, so that respite can come. People are going through a lot. Nigeria need a respite.
Yeah, that's true. And going into the newspaper, the president said he listens. He listens to the people. So he's going to take it one step at a time to fix the nation. But definitely we have hope, and there's going to be a change in the nation. But let me go back to what you said about palliatives. These are things that should be put in place at this moment. People are suffering. The poor are getting poorer. Even some of the rich are being affected. They are being affected. So just saying that this is a baby step and Nigerians should not be in a hurry, that he's not in a hurry to fix the nation. Please, we actually need him to be in a hurry to fix the nation, because people are going to, like for my own self, I know how much I spend on transportation on a daily basis. I know how much I spend on feeding on a daily basis, because, okay, for example, I went to the market to buy something I normally buy for the rate of 500 naira. Going back to the market last week, I bought it for 2,000 naira. Can you see the difference? Really, 1,500 means I was saving 1,500 naira before. Now I have to spend that 1,500. That's buying that same thing for 2,000 naira, which is not good for me. It's not comfortable with me. So the president should do something. There are some person that might not be able to afford that 500 naira before now. Now they think going to 2,000 naira, they can't afford it. Putting palliatives in place and making sure that those palliatives get to the right people. I think that should be a thing that the president should put in place immediately. It's not supposed to even take time in putting them in place, because, like he said, let the poor breathe. The poor right now, they are not breathing. While they are being suffocated, they are not breathing.
I agree with you that the president needs to brace up. He needs to sit up.
Of course, he needs to.
He needs to sit up and take a decisive decision. But in all this, like I will repeat what I said earlier, that the president should not be bullied. He should not be paralyzed to take a decision that will be counterproductive.
This situation is like what we always say: there's light at the end of the tunnel. Now, before he came into the seat, we were saying that, okay, he is the light at the end of the tunnel. We've seen the light, but right now it's as if we are still in the tunnel, the darkest part in the tunnel, and we are hoping to see the light right now.
I think you are being too harsh, because
I'm being realistic, because it's affecting me as a Nigerian.
This is just the early days. It's just the early days in the life of the administration. The administration has not
It's
even
the early
spent.
days, but we are going through so many difficult times right now. Things have changed, drastically changed, and you won't tell me this is not affecting you.
I agree with you completely. What I'm saying here is the president should not be bullied to take a decision.
No one is bullying
as
the president, actually.
He should take his time to take a decision. See, he
should not take his time, because taking his time leaves people hungry, leaves people starving, leaves people jobless. Because when you can't afford transportation, how do you work to get money? Now people are going to starve if he's taking his time. I'm not saying that it should fix the nation, but then again, it should make it why fixing Nigeria is not going to be a one-day thing. We all know that it's not going to be a one-day thing. It's not going to be something that you start today and finish tomorrow. No, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of work and all that. But doing these steps, because right now things are difficult in Nigeria than it was 2 months ago. Things are very difficult this month than it was 2 months ago. Now, since things are difficult, there should be a transition plan towards this difficult period whereby palliatives can be distributed to people, and making sure that this thing gets to the appropriate people. Like you said, transportation. When it comes to buses, I think the president should actually work towards providing means of a cheaper transportation. Maybe, for example, there is this government buses on
Government
the
buses
road
that will
and
be
all that
subsidized.
that will be subsidized. Maybe if the normal fare is taking 200 naira, government buses can be taking 15 naira. It will be better for us.
What you are on point from everything you said. I agree with quite I agree with some of your points there. But what I'm saying is the president has said it yesterday that if you are taking if you are taking a decision, and as in a country of over 120 over 200 million people, a country
Okay.
as complex as Nigeria,
Yes.
you don't have to take decision that will be counterproductive. At the end of the day, you will now be regretting, as in you take 2 steps forward and 10 steps backward. As in the most important thing is as it is today, I think the president is on the right track.
Okay.
He's on the right track. All
Okay.
what we need is just a little push, as in, maybe like I said, maybe as in the delay in the informing cabinet and be responsible for most of the decision that ought to have been taken. Maybe by the time the National Assembly is expected to resume next week Tuesday.
Of course.
When they resume, the president is expected to send the list of the list of the ministers to the National Assembly. By the time the minister come on board, I believe that things will take a proper shape. I believe it, because this thing cannot continue. Nigeria cannot continue like this. This hardship cannot continue. That's just a fact. That will be a respite, which I think government is working towards it.
So right now we're hoping, we're keeping our fingers crossed, because if we're going like this, if this
I don't think we'll be going like this. Like I said, let's be optimistic. Let's be positive. Things will not continue like this. As in something will jog. I so much believe that the president has, like I said, I listened to special advisor to the president on media and policy, is it media and Mr. Dele Alaki. He said government is working on so many on palliatives for Nigeria. Like I said earlier, I think it was what is delaying the palliatives, and it jogs the cabinet. If you don't have a cabinet, a lot of things will not take shape.
Yes, and I think as the government is working towards palliatives, they should also work to make sure that these palliatives gets to the appropriate
I think
people.
that's
It
the
should not
most
be like the
important
case
thing.
of COVID-19, whereby the palliative was for the government itself and did not get to the
The
actual
way-
people.
the
Just
way-
imagine, in my area, I think there are some places that the palliative got to, and they were giving people 1 cup of rice, each family 1 cup of rice. That is not palliative. I think that is an insult already to the people.
I think the palliative Nigerians should be expected this time might not be in food items.
Better.
I think,
think that's
the
better.
palliative that Nigeria should expect should be in time of public transportation subsidized.
That should be better.
When you have a public transportation that is subsidized, that can move people from one place to another
Yes.
at that lower rate, it will help. It will help.
Very
It will
well.
help galvanize the
It should-
economy.
it should help better.
I think
And-
that should form, and government is also looking at conversion of conversion of this petrol, as in this fuel. They will convert it to gas. I think that most of the vehicle now, they are converting into gas,
To gas.
and now gas is even more affordable than
Yes, it's
than,
more
than,
affordable
than
than
petrol. As the
petrol,
government
yes.
is also working on that area, so that most vehicle can get converted to gas, so that they will be able to use gas